Alrighty, Reprise 15, we're at the end. We've gone through every single Shinryu fight. Finally done with the boss rush. It took us a little bit, but we're finally catching up. We're finally almost done. Also, probably will do the Crystal Quest missions earlier in the week now, just because, you know, those we can't reroll, and I can't just save them towards the end of the week. Looks like these guys are starting off with an extra turn, but we do have Reks on the team, so we should be fairly fine. Because we do have to rush this guy down, and this beast actually does have, you know, everyone's favorite HP gate. Oh boy, don't you love those? We did bring Reks just because of HP gate, and I was like, you know what? Reks is very good at handling the HP gate for the most part, so we're just not going to deal with the basic. And these guys do have some annoying mechanics to them, but as long as you're beating them without them really taking too many turns, it shouldn't be that much of an issue in all honesty. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw on some Hiyoro real quick. Before I forget, I think Seymour is on Ace. I was kind of hoping to actually remove these buffs, but whatever, it's fine. Not the end of the world or anything. We are going to force charge just a little bit because these guys do feature some force charge. Oh, actually they don't, never mind. I did bring Rem and Ace because, you know, I have been focusing on the green crystal, so these guys are fairly buff in terms of their actual stats. So, you know, it's nice to flex the fruits of your labor. You're like, oh, okay, let's bring out the boys, the Type 0 gang. And here we are just going to force charge just a little bit. Because as long as we beat them towards, because their force time is fairly annoying, like they reduce our buff duration to 1, which, you know, we don't really want. So we're going to try and avoid getting into the force time if possible. And here, I do believe Rem was actually featured on this fight in particular. Which is kind of funny that it's like, it's come full circle. We're finally back to where we needed to be. And Reks is just crazy for this fight as well. Or any HP gate fights, I do like bringing Reks because, you know, he just kind of handles it for the most part and you don't really have to worry all that much. Here we're going to, with our extra turn. Man, having the extra turn is so nice. Because it actually gives us time to set up the trap and his BT effect. But I am actually going to dispel these buffs real quick and push them back. Just to give ourselves a little bit of turns. And here, we do have the free turn. We're just going to go ahead and reapply that. Or not reapply, but we'll get the blind studs going. And it gives us just enough time to activate our BT effect. Having that extra turn helps Ace set up so well. Like, it's night and day. But before it was super annoying to set up everything while also getting his BT effect up proper, but without like a Luna Freya call. But now, look at this. He's just going in. Then you'll notice I do have like the green or the gold frame buff on all the party, and that's because Reks is red crystal. And I did focus on red crystal when that first came out, so that explains why, you know, everyone has at least a little bit going on with the extra stuff. We're just going to take a free turn. And I think that should be the last of her LD buff that fell off. Yeah. Actually, I forget if it was Reks or Rem that actually was featured in this fight. It might have been, Ren. I'm pretty sure it was. Although I can't remember off the top of my head immediately. I just have a feeling I remember Reks actually just stopping the Shinryu. Then I was like, oh yeah, HP gates. I hate those. So we just brought anti-HP gate man. I do have a Luna Freya call on him as well. Just because it helps set up his turns a lot easier. Like, because his BT effect is only 6 turns, so it's a little awkward to work with. Use the free turn on the attack call. And I do believe these guys also reduce our minimum HP, but it's not like the end of the world or anything, just because it doesn't count towards damage against us. So here we're going to, let's just refresh the LB. There you go. Nice and where we need to be, and we probably won't be doing because we can probably go for a Reks BT phase. Like with no launching, but what's the fun in that? These guys are going to just refresh the... Or not refresh, but they are just going to attack in and... or at least A is. He's going to attack and flip over his trap. So that's perfectly fine. Because he's doing an all attack, but with Rem and Reks in the party, that shouldn't be that much of an issue. Yeah, it's like nice attack lmao. Ah, nice to see. That's what we like to see. And here, I think we just blade combo. And I think we just charge to 100 and then go for Reks Force time. I think that's what we're gonna do. Actually, I don't even think we need to charge to 100. I think we could just go straight into it. Although I do also want to get Rem's BT effect up, so maybe I do just give them one more turn. Like them having these buffs, you know, isn't a super big hindrance or anything like that. You can kind of just brave gain through everything. Yeah, I think I will just go ahead and activate her BT effect. Because we can just go for like a Reks BT phase a little unoptimized. That also works. Like the traps are a little wonky right now, but by the time it gets to Ace's turn, we should be able to fix that, no problem. Or Ace's next turn in Force time, I should say. And with Rem's BT effect up, there's no issue, or there's no reason to worry about dying because that's just not going to happen. That's right. Ace doesn't really start with any of his EX buffs. That's why it's not super important to his kit. But we did bring another crystal, or a green crystal character, so that's why I decided not to go for the LD buff that I did have. It's gonna be later for later when I actually do start mixing and matching all the crystal colors we have. Because right now it's 2 greens, 1 red. But if like Rem wasn't in the party and this was like another different crystal color character, I might just have the LD passive on for Ace to just turn off that EX. It's not super important to his kit. I do believe that's the last of his blind studs. Look at that. That charged follow-up is actually absurd. So I think what we want to do here is we want to go for Luna Freya. And this is basically just going to allow us to set up a Reks BT phase, even though like we don't have launching, but with Rex's damage output, we're not going to need it. So here, we're just going to... Oh, that's right, he takes up a turn for it. Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. Reks, why are you like this? Why are you like this? Actually, you know what? That's fine. Because we just do 2 FRs here. And then we go for BT effect on his next turn. And with Rem, we don't do any shenanigans. We just try and take our turns normally. As long as we're getting 7 turns in his, or 7 or 6 turns in his BT phase, it's actually perfectly fine. I think the last time I did this on his, or actually, it's coming back to me. I think I ended up messing up the BT phase because I tried to overset up too much. So it's probably better that I just ignore that. What's about to fall off? Heavy prayer? Ah, that's fine. I was about to say, like, how many buffs does he have to manage? I thought it was just the one. War Aegis. There might be another buff too, but it's just not coming to me off the top of my head. Then, you know, Reks just being a natural Thunder Enchanter with his LD ability. We don't have to worry about meeting his conditions because the whole party's going to be meeting that fairly easily. Let's go ahead and reapply the traps real quick. And duration is not going to be too much of an issue, just because we're going to be reapplying it constantly anyway. And with Rem, I think I'm going to want to swap Ace back up, just so we could get that LD charge again. Actually, I have half a mind to go into Rem, into Reks, BT effect with Reks, and then summon. I think that's what I want to do. I feel like I'm going to overshoot this again, like I did it the first time. Oh, that's right. The heavy prayer's still on Ace, so he's getting a little more damage there. That's nice. Let's see, because we can just bring up Reks BT effect. Reks is already coming up. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like this. So that way when it's Rem's turn again, because she should bring herself up again too, because I do believe this is like a higher turn rate move. She didn't, lmao. It's not like we have to worry about dying or anything. Although I think I do need to reapply that EX anyway for Reks, just because that's where some of our damage mitigation actually comes from. And I think I did overset it up again. Because I keep forgetting the start of his turn, that follow-up does decrease the buff duration. Kind of annoying. Because if I go BT effect here, I think it's better we set up EX. And then on his next turn BT effect, then we just get rid of the echoes and then BT phase. Yeah, I do believe that's what we're doing. Because we are going to hit a HP gate at 69%. And we don't care about that. And the blind studs, they're just going to keep going off. Attack us all you want. Make no difference. Yeah, that's perfect, because that got him under. Oh no, our max HP. And I think from here the fight should be over. Because we BT effect, FR, BT phase. And that actually leaves us with one turn left to summon if we really need it. So that actually worked out quite nicely. And it'll just reduce our stacks from going down, so he'll always get the charged version. The double hit. Damn, an Ace's trap coming in clutch there. It actually brought him underneath the HP gate. So that was useful. So not the cleanest setup in the world with Reks, but I think it's definitely a lot better than my first time around, because I think I definitely messed it up the first time around. Because I don't think we're going to need launching or anything like that. Blind stud. I think I haven't pressed skill 2 in a while. Like, that buff is just completely fallen off. But it's fine. We're not going to need it. We're not going to need it. Yeah, and I went through this whole Reprise without using Quina or Astos. So I was like, okay. I didn't use I don't think I used RNA either. Man, wasn't having any fun. Was really refraining from using those, you know, quote-unquote busted units. Do I not have a certain buff on Reks? I feel like something fell off a while ago. And I'm not sure what. Look at him just wrecking face now. Yeah, I feel like my PC is going a little slow there. Well, let's go for that BT phase. Because I think this is probably overkill. I probably could have just went to summon and that would have done it. But this is funner. So here, let's just go for Shield Rush. I think we always start with our weakest attack. And then just these remove obstacles are crazy. And I believe it's his EX. No, it's his LD that he gives the free skill. Yeah. Unless I haven't pressed Blade Combo at all, and that gives like a certain skill that I'm not remembering. Although I could have swore I pressed it on the final offensive. Hopefully this B... Okay, he settled down. Good. I was like, I hope we don't waste double attacks and he just heals all the way back up. That would suck. So that should give us the free skill, and we just use it on Blade Combo. Wow, Reks only really has to deal with his LD buff, huh? And I guess the shield buff on the party and his EX debuff. He's an oddball when it comes to that, and I'm like, huh. Weird. But I guess I'm not complaining. Less management. Yeah, like his own damage are unturned, like is like whatever, but you know, his started turn follow-ups. Oh man, it's messed up. I do believe his EX is actually single target. Just a little bit of splash at the end. Oh yeah, this fight's over. Good old Reks and Rem. The characters I think I initially brought for this fight too. And let's just style on him real quick. Fight's basically over. Reprise 15, basically done. I don't know if I'm ever going to use Astos. I'm kind of regretting pulling him now just because I'm like, I don't really feel like I need that much power, you know? I don't know if Jill is all that crazy. I know she's like going to be the next banner, probably. Unless it's like something crazy and it's not, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Jill. And I might just pull for her just because she's a white crystal character. And that'll probably help when I do eventually go into that crystal room. It might be a little bit though. There aren't that many white crystal characters that I want to build outside of like Warrior of Light and Deuce. Maybe Fusoya. I think Fusoya is white too. But when he gets his B team. I do like the paralysis gimmick that he has. Like I think that's pretty fun. But there you go, boys. Dimensions and Reprise. All 15, the boss rush. We finally got it done. Now we can say goodbye to that mode at last. I think we have the Memorias after this, and that'll basically replace it. But there you go. 15. Done with basically, I think, my original team for this, minus Ace. And that was pretty easy. Take it easy.